Hello, welcome back to Jedidragoon Mixed. I'm your host Jennifer, and welcome to my podcast about knitting, crochet, and the fiber arts. Thank you for joining me. It has been a while since I've done one of these. No reason except I've been busy, and I have this weird need that the house is to be completely empty before I put myself on here. And it also takes a lot of energy, mental energy for me to do this, so usually I also have to make sure I have enough energy for it. I don't have I don't have anything. I have ADHD, but I don't have any things like chronic fatigue or anything like that. It's just my personality. I just get tired easy after a lot of social interactions. So it's just a weird thing with me, like many other things, but I'm learning to accept them and enjoy them. And I better stop now unless you want to hear a rabbit hole about all different psychology things, which I can do very easily. So let's get on to what I've been up to in the time since the last podcast. I'm not sure, but I think the kids were back in school last time we talked, but they're back in school. They're doing well. My oldest has decided to join band, so he's playing the flute. I've also had a run-in with my old band director. I'm working on terms of forgiving my old band director because I've held a lot of resentment apparently. But that's coming along fine, I think. He doesn't really have to deal with him until middle school, so I still have about a year to deal with that whole issue. But he's fine. He's going to be playing flute. We got it all settled. So he was sick yesterday, so he stayed home. He's fine today. It's just sinuses and cold and allergies. It's Ohio. The leaves are falling. It's cold, wet, nasty. Good environment for mildew, mold, leaf mold, and all that. So we have our allergies. We deal with them. They're two are doing fine in school. I've slowly getting back to going to church on a regularly scheduled basis. I got the garden all in. I did a lot of canning this summer. I did a lot of, and recently we got all our peppers in, so that's all in. All I have out there now is like lettuce and Swiss chard, and it's just too busy and hectic to do my podcast this summer, so I wasn't even trying, and I probably wasn't in a good mental state to do it anyway. So there's that. But thank you all for coming back and watching. I really appreciate it when you guys do that. And please like and subscribe. But then in September, I went to something in Ohio called the Ohio Wool Gathering. It's a wool and fiber festival held down at Young's Dairy Farm, and it's near Dayton, and it's this nice family-owned dairy farm that's been there for a long time. It has great ice cream, and they always hold a wool gathering there once a year. It's like 3/10, no, 2/10. Well, 3/10 if you count where they keep the animals and do a wool shearing and all that. But I usually just walk through that. I've seen that so many times I don't really need to see it again. So I went to that. I got some goodies. I'll show those to you later. Talked to a few of my favorite dyers and got to talk to Andy from Leading Men Fiber Arts. Actually, I got along with him better than Steve, but that's how things go sometimes. So, and I've also been playing a lot of Animal Crossing. That is what I've been doing mainly, is playing Animal Crossing, video games, gardening. I haven't done a lot of knitting and crochet. I have and haven't, and I had one project that I finished, and now I can't find it. I wore it to church last Sunday. Not last Sunday, but the Sunday before. Left it in the van, and now I can't find it. I went and looked in the van. It's not in the van, so you're not going to see that one. And to be honest, I'm not that proud of it anyway, so there's that. But, take what you can. So, let's get on to finished objects, because you all came here for yarn. Some of you might come here for listening to my private life, but, that's all that's happened in my private life. Yeah. I'm a very boring person. Okay, so first thing I got finished was 7 stitches back in July August time period, put out a tutorial for a summer breeze tank top. And I loved how simple and easy it looked, so I decided I'd make one. And I was working on this the last time I talked to you guys, and I have finished 3. My daughter's is somewhere. I don't know where it is. But this is the one I finished for myself. I used Lion Brand shawl and a ball, and I started with the size I crochet hook, but then I went down to like A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I. I went down to a size G crochet hook. Yes, every time I try to figure out where a letter is, I have to actually recite the alphabet. I'm sorry if it annoys some people. I apologize, but I've done it for years. It's how I do things. And anyway, as you can tell, it goes from this really pretty magenta color down to red and down into this purple and then brown and then gold and then teal blue color. And it is shawl in the ball because that's what I had, and I figured it'd work good. It turned out great. I've worn it once, but then it got too cool. So I will be wearing this more next year. I love it. It turned out great. It's soft, it's squishy, and anybody can do this if they know how to increase, which for crochet is very easy because all you do is do 2 stitches in 1 stitch. If you know chain 1, double crochet, you can do this pattern. The tutorial is very simple. But yeah, I really recommend you head over to Simmons Stitches and check out our tutorial for this. It's very easy. She put out another tutorial I did. It is very simple. It turned out great. I just don't like my color choices, which is probably one of the reasons I didn't look harder for it for this episode. But I was trying to use up the yarn, and the end product I didn't care for that much. So, you know, if it stays lost, I'm not too upset about it. I tried, but I just don't care for the color, how I did the colors and all that. And then after I finished that one, I made my daughter one. Like I said, hers is somewhere upstairs, floating around somewhere. She loved that thing. She's wearing it everywhere. It shrunk a little in the wash, but that's to be expected. And then I made me this one. This yarn is Lorena by Ice Yarns. It's like part cotton, part acrylic. And it's some yarn I got from my ice yarn order. And it's just this colorful color. The only problem with this is I like it. But I think the next time I wear, I'm going to wear black underneath it because pastels are not my coloration. As you can tell, pastels just kind of tend to wash me out in that. I love it. It looks pretty. I made it, but I'm going to have to wear something darker underneath it just so I don't look so washed out when I wear it, because I wore it with white and that, and it's just kind of a little pale for my coloring. Sorry, my allergies in the fall are killer. I also got me a new coffee cup. It has, I'm calling him Baby Yoda. Yes, I know he has a name. I think it's Grogu, but I don't care. It's Baby Yoda. It says protect, attack, take naps, which is basically me most days. Also, my husband likes using it too, so. Got this at Walmart. Okay. So those are my 2 finished objects. So yeah, I've been working on those. My next thing I've been working on, since I've had a lot of parent-teacher conferences, dentist appointments, doctor's appointments, going to the DMV, and since I started going back to church real good, I've had that too, since you guys know I knit in church to help me hold still with my ADHD. That has helped a lot. I have made progress on making a tangled mess. And my socks. Okay, this one you know is done. Or if you're new to this, I'm done with this one. And I am working on, I have made it past the cuff. I've made it past the heel. And now I'm on to the foot. I only have, I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I only have one more striping of coloring, and then I can finish off the toe, and I will have a finished pair of socks. This color is Knit Picks Felici. I'm not sure if the camera is picking up right. This is my laptop, so I'm trying it because I just felt like doing it this way. It's easier to type. So this is the color Raspberry Beret. Yeah, I don't think there's any way to make this better. That's good. And it's like, as you can see, it's a self-striping yarn. It's a 80-20, 8% superwash wool, 20% nylon. It has like this dark purple, okay, red, not purple, but maroon, and then bright red, and then this pink color. It just stripes in that. And I'm using size 2 knitting needles. And if you want to know the pattern for this, that's a little complicated. Because I used the cast on for the OMG sock. I used the cast on number of that for the OMG sock, and then because they have a cuff down, so I use that, and then I do about 2 color repeats for the cuff, and then I knit till about 8 inches, 7-8 inches. I can't remember now. And then the heel I use is a fishless kiss heel, and then I go back and knitting regular, and then I use the toe from the OMG sock. So this is my Franken sock. I put a bunch of sock pattern. I put a bunch of stuff together I liked and just went with that, and it works out for my basic sock knitting. So that's what this is. I've done that with my other socks too. Oh, those are done. Okay, you're going to be staring at a blank screen for a minute. I apologize. But yeah, they're in my bedroom. If you hold on 1 second, I will pause this. Hold on. Okay. Okay, so I actually have 2 other pairs of socks I made, but I couldn't find the other pair. I just wore them yesterday. I have no idea what I did with them. Anybody else who can relate to that, please feel free to leave that in the comments because that'll make me feel better. Anyway, so Simmons Stitches had done a pair of worsted weight socks. Me, I like thicker socks. Sorry. And so I decided I'd make a pair. Couldn't find a pattern. And the pattern she gave, I started to follow it, and then I switched to doing the Fish Lips Kiss heel because I liked it better. And so I have made me a pair of very brightly colored socks. There's no way I was going to get these lined up. I tried. These are Red Heart. I think it's Unforgettable. No, it's not Unforgettable. But anyway, Boutique or something. I don't know. Some Red Heart self-striping yarn. And it has like the longest striping repeat ever. So, but yeah, this toe, I just don't like how this toe is. It was very weird to read. It was for 4 needles instead of because I don't know if you know this. You've seen my socks. I prefer doing magic loop. I can't knit with 9-inch circulars. I don't mind knitting with 4 pointed needles, and I had switched to that for these, but I just didn't like how the toe turned out. So I took this, and I had a couple books. A couple books is an understatement. On sock knitting, and I went to one of them that had like worsted weight yarn for a basic sock, which needless to say, I didn't really care for that pattern either, for the toe or the heel, needless to say. So I did the Fish Lips Kiss heel, and I followed this pattern as was with the toe, which is the weirdest toe they have ever described in a book. So I went with that. And so after I did the Fish Lips Kiss heel, I then went and had to figure out how to do the toe because I didn't like this toe. So what I did was I went into, I think it's called Knitting Socks, or if I remember it and can find it, I will leave a link in the description below. It's a basic sock. It gives you like everything from size 1 yarn all the way up to size 6 if you want to knit socks. And it's very helpful, very useful. I just don't like how the patterns are written, but that's me. And so what I did was went in there and found out how many toes I needed to bind off on the toe. And then I went back to OMG sock pattern, which I like the toe on that, and figured out I could just use the decreases in that until I got down to what I needed, and it worked out. I had perfect toe. It was fine. But these were my first attempt. And of course, I don't know where my sock blockers are. They have disappeared. Actually, they're probably in the living room, but I'm not going in there. I've already took up too much of your time. They're wandering off. So these are one of my pairs of worsted weight socks. They're supposed to be like house socks, but knowing me, I'll probably wear them with shoes anyway because that's the person I am. But yeah, I finished a pair of socks. They're nice and comfy and warm. I'll probably have them on later today. It's cold, wet, nasty here. So anyway, that's that work in progress done. And for a while there, I still working on this. You have seen this. This has been around a while. I keep working on it. Okay, better not pull those out. This is my Paris Trejour's shawl. Okay, we'll just hold it like this. And the yarn is by Arrowhead Fibers. She's not dying at the moment. She's moving. She's had a lot going on. And this is her color Glow Stick, which is this pretty... How people do this, I do not know. But it's this pretty gray color with this pink and blue and neon green. It's turning into a pretty shawl. But yeah, I've been working on this still. I'm actually getting a lot closer. I should here soon be done. I'm still not sure if I'll need the second ball of yarn. They say I will, but so we'll see what happens. Because it always seems like they say I need it and then I don't need it. I don't know why that is. And I haven't really made a mistake, but I don't seem to need the yarn for some reason. Okay. There. And then my next work in progress is a shawl I started. I've worked on it one day. And it is the Stephen West make-along this year. And called Shawlography. And I just want to try to push my boundaries, challenge myself, get my mind going a bit. And I'm just like, why did I do this to myself? Because a lot of the time I like mindless knitting so I can listen and pay attention to other stuff. But I also like the knitting where I actually challenge myself too. And it's just like, well, let's see. It's fun. It is fun, but it's just, I'm not used to it, so it's kind of a challenge, and I'm watching his videos of the clues while doing, it's stuck. Okay, while he's doing it, and so, let's start off with colors. Okay, this will tell you how far I've got to. I don't think I'm spoiling anything, but this is how far I've gotten. Oh, that's one of my stitch markers I made. And yes, there will be a shop update. Hopefully soon. Anyway, so 500 yarn. So this is how far I've gotten. So there's that. But here are my colors. If I can manage this with, this would probably have been better to do before I started this, but we're going with it right now. So there's that. And yeah. This bag has also been sitting on the floor and the kids have kicked it. So that's probably all my stuff. How am I going to hold these up? Thank you for watching, by the way. Okay, so these, I guess I could just put my fingers through. That would probably be easier. Yeah, there we go. Okay, these are my colors. Can you see? Okay. So these are the colors I picked. I'm not sure they're coming quite true to color on the screen, but yeah, these are the colors I picked. This is Ocean of Desire by Arrowhead Fibers. It's this red and blue yarn. Really pretty. And then there's this one, which actually I picked up another scheme while I was at the Fiber Festival. This is Black Cat Fibers. Yeah, there, you can see that. And Nomad Sock called After the Parade. There's probably a reference. I don't get the reference, but, you know. Hey, if anybody knows the reference this sock is making to, please tell me in the comments. I'm just that curious. And I'll probably forget by the time this podcast is over and not look it up. So, this is what it looks like caked up. It's just a pretty speckled yarn. I don't know why I'm trying to wind this. It's probably going to get a mess. And then this one, I was part of the, if you guys remember, I was part of the Lolo Did It Monsters of the World Sock Club because I really love cryptozoology and Bigfoot and all that. So I was part of that for a while. And this is Mummy. And I thought this would go good with everything. And then this, also Lolo Did It. As you can tell, I have favorite yarn dyers, and I don't stray away from them too much. This is her color, Words. I think it's Words. That's what I saw on the label, and that's what I put down. So Words. It's this really pretty rusty red color that I really like. And then this one, my favorite cryptozoology creature of all time, Bigfoot. It's kind of a variegated brown, yellows, dark brown color. And hopefully when this is done, it will look really neat and awesome. My husband helped me pick out the colors because he's really good at those kind of things and helping me with colors. I'm the artist, but apparently I have trouble with colors, which most of my drawings are in black and white when I do them. So, yeah. So he helped me pick out the colors and get them all sorted and figured out. So, yeah, hopefully next time I'll be a little bit further. I think I'll make myself work on this. Because I really do want to try actually get done before the make-along's over, which they're on clue 3 now, and I'm still not finished with clue 1, so that might be impossible, but I'd like to finish. Okay, granted the Paris George shawl is from a make-along that was a couple of years ago. Oh, I'm so bad. I don't like deadlines per se, apparently. Oh, but, you know. So, let's get on to stuff I've gotten from various yarn festivals. So, while I was at the wool gathering, I think I've gotten some white yarn and some black yarn and like red heart or something, but you guys don't need to see that. Let's look at the pretty stuff. I really like Black Cat Fibers, and I kind of limit myself to only buying from them when I see them at the wool gathering. So that's what I did. So I got me some more Halloween yarn. I have so much Halloween yarn. It's not even funny. That and Christmas yarn. I need to knit me a pair of Christmas socks. So anyway, this is Nomad Sock. It's 75.25 superwash merino and nylon. And this one is called Frankie's Demise. So it's kind of a Frankenstein color with the purple and neon green with some black running through it. So this will make a real pretty pair of socks. Once I get to it, it might sit in my tub for a while, but once I get to it, either that or I could crochet me another little bandana thing. I don't think that was done when I showed you guys. Well, if you can put up with another pause, I will be right back. I had a lot of stuff I got done. Hold on. I'm back! I should really keep a list of all the projects I get done between podcasts so I can tell you guys and not act like this every time we get on here, but hey. You want who I am, this is who I am. So, this is also Black Cat Fibers. This is their colorway called Eye of Sauron, and this is by the Cozy Cottage Crochet, and this is her Nihilus Cowl. And I finally finished it. It's on her, it looked a lot bigger, which tells me she's a very petite small. I'm not. So it looks like a little bandana, which I actually kind of like. It goes with this shirt good. And it's a lot of, it's a stitch called, one of her stitches she uses called Extended Single Crochet. And it makes this really nice flexible fabric, and it drapes really well. I love this thing. I may just have to wear this the rest of the day. I'm not going anywhere except the hair place with my kids, which is in town, like not even 5 minutes down the street. But yeah, she named this the Nihilus Cowl, which I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that right. So if there are any Star Wars fans out there, it's apparently a Sith Lord who I know nothing about. I should have researched it, but I call this my villain's cowl because it's named after a Star Wars Sith Lord, which is the evil guys in Star Wars universe. And I have Sauron, which is the bad guy, and which is the eye that Sauron uses to look on the enemy in Lord of the Rings. So I figured it was a perfect match. Bad guy yarn, bad guy cowl. So yeah, if you're my size, kind of a plus size, it's a nice little bandana, which I like. I like bandanas. I need a cowboy hat to go with it, but hey. I really should ask for a cowboy hat and cowboy boots for Christmas one year. As eccentric as I am, I'm not quite there yet to ask for that. Maybe when I'm my mom's age at 70, I will, but right now, no. Anyway, so I got this done too. I'm sorry, this is all broken up. ADHD / just my personality, and I didn't write any of this down, so we're going with it. And the next thing I got was, this is a local yarn dar to me. This is Laughing Cat Fibers. And this is my father's garden, and this is squash. So it's supposed to represent different kinds of gourds and squash and stuff. So we have this green, like cushaws, and those little tiny squashes you see at Halloween, which I have yet to figure out what they are because they always just come in this mini mixed gourd seed packet, and I have no idea what they're called, really. It's driving me nuts, but I can't find any info. So, and then we have this golden color, and then this orange, and it's just a nice fall color that I thought I'd do something with. And I have never knit with this kind of yarn. This is a 80% merino and 20% bamboo, so that should be interesting. Oh, here's a little picture that's supposed to represent. See? So yeah, this should be fun once I get to it. I don't know when I'll get to it, but hey, we're hopeful. And I showed you after the parade. And, okay, this one I bought a few years ago at the wool gathering. This is a worsted weight. This is Leading Men Fiber Arts in their box office, which is their worsted. And this is Harvest. So these pretty fall colors of gold, brown, orange, and there's some purplish color in there. And last year I wanted to do a shawl called Waiting for October by Benjamin Matthews. That might be right. Okay. Just give me 1 minute here and I will look it up, because that's the type of person I am. Yeah, Benjamin Matthews, Waiting for October. Anyway, so I had this in my stash. I bought it like... Okay, we got a verse of the day. So I got this because I thought it was really pretty. I wanted kind of like a souvenir yarn, something I can knit a hat out of. Well, I never knit a hat out of it. I never made a shawl out of it. It's just been sitting there, and it looked so pretty, and I was like, you know what, that worked good for that Waiting for October shawl. So what I did was I took this with me. Andy saw me pull it out of my bag, so when Steve tried to charge me for it, he's like, no, she brought that with her. I watched her pull it out of her bag and everything. I didn't even think about that. I was just like, I want to match this up, so I'll take this with me. I'll put it in my purse. Anyway, so I got 3 skeins of this. This is like, it's like a dark brown, purplish brown color. I'm not even sure I'm describing it right, but it's really pretty. And It's called, I know what it's called. It's a Halloween color. I know that much. Ooh, they put this in there really good. I'm going to probably mess this whole thing up. No, I'm not going to use that. This is the Haunted Wood. And this is also their box office version. So I got 3 skeins of this. This is going to be the accent color. This is going to be the main color. And I think that's going to make a great looking shawl. If you like bright pinks, neon pinks, and all that kind of stuff, these aren't it. But this is a nice fall color, nice muted color. Some of my guy friends will probably like this a lot better than like the girly colors, which I don't do girly. I've come to that conclusion a long time ago. I'm okay with it. I gotta figure out how to put this back in there. And so yeah, that was my purchase. That's my big purchase at the yarn festival because I had to get 3 skeins. I'm sorry. Well, can I get by with 2? Well, you might run out of yarn. Okay. I'm like, my husband's going to kill me. Okay. He didn't. He's very understanding. He knows I've been trying not to go buy yarn willy-nilly and use up some of my stash, but still, it's like, oh, I like the good stuff, but it's so expensive. So yeah, that's a planned project. I put it in this bag because I figured, I'll just put it all in this bag. I know what project I'm using it for. We can go from there. Now I just gotta get through the Stephen West shawl before I start on that. Let's see if I can find that pattern real quick so I can show you what it looks like. There we go. Yeah, this is what the wait. Can I turn on the brightness on my phone by any chance? That help? Oh, nope. Yeah, there we go. That's what the Waiting for October shawl looks like. So I think that'll be a fun knit. Because see, the harvest will be that accent color, and then the main body will be that color. It's actually pretty close to what he used, but a little bit different. And that's what I've been up to. I've been trying to get back to good mental health, and was sick with, we think it was COVID, but we didn't get tested, and that was because, well, it might not have been COVID, but I was sick for 2 weeks. It was not fun. Okay, I was sick for a week, and then it took a week to get all my energy back. So either way, it wasn't fun, whatever it was. Been dealing with garden cleanup. I had to make, we harvested a whole bunch of beets. I got a 5-gallon bucket of beets I had to deal with on Monday. And no, I dealt with them on Friday, I think. No, I dealt with them. I don't know. I dealt with them one day. And probably got canned up and turned into pickled beets. So everybody's happy about that. I saved enough so my husband could chop them up and use them for V8 juice. Because he cans his own V8 juice. Me, I don't really drink V8 juice. So I was like, okay, go for it. I like spaghetti sauce and I like raw tomatoes, but V8 and tomato juice, I don't drink it. So yeah, that's what's been going on with my life. I've been going down rabbit holes like personality tests because my church group sent out a personality test for us to do. I took it because I was trying to be more involved, put myself out there, step beyond my comfort zone. And also, just because I like taking personality tests, because then I laugh at them afterwards, because like, this isn't me at all. No. Yeah, the one they sent out was actually pretty accurate and explained a lot. And it's like, oh, that's why I act like that. Okay, so I'll tell you what it was. And it's at the end of the video, so if you want to shut this off, go for it. Is the Enneagram personality test, and it's rigged once. There's like 9 personality types. Apparently, it's been developed since the Middle Ages, and kind of went into it skeptical. I'm like, yeah, these things never hit me on the head. They're never right. It's always like I'm trying to fit into something that's not quite right. And it's like, yeah, not me. But anyway, so I took the test. And it said my personality type was a type 5, which is an introvert, which we all know this. I have told you, I'm an introvert. I'm not outgoing. The only reason I'm outgoing is because I was forced to work at Walmart. Ironically, for type 5, working in retail is the worst job you can do, which explains my mental health over the past few years. Because apparently we're very not that emotional. We don't show emotions well. We're factually based. We like to do research with books and studying and stuff like that. And I'd say they're watching. I'm like, oh, they got me right on the head. So that helped a lot with the podcast also, because now I'm like, okay, so I shouldn't try to be something I'm not. So, that's what's been going on here. Kids driving me nuts at times, but they're kids. And I believe they all three have different personalities than me. So, on a side note, we also finally got my husband to take the Enneagram test. He's a type 6. But it's a little bit more closer to what I am, so we make it work. It actually is a good combo. So, thank you for watching. I'm glad you enjoy this little weird show I put on for you when I get enough energy to do so. We'll see when I do the next one. There will be another one. I just don't know when. I have a lot going on. It also depends on when I can have this amount of time to myself to do these. I know I should just set a date and do it like on that date, but that's not going to happen. So, all right. I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Please comment below. Please tell your friends if you like this, if you think it'd be something they'd enjoy. If you don't think they'd enjoy it, please don't recommend it because you don't want to hear it. So I'll talk to you guys next time. God bless you. And bye, guys.